pretty much in the state of Tennessee. And I was having a gay old time studying those rascals. When they weren't rehearsing Shakespeare, the king showed me how to do card tricks, and the duke lectured on the science of phrenology. They had as many schemes as a possum does ticks, and I was learning a lot from their monkey shines.
Enough! This will never do. Oh, come on, Bilge. I'll get her in. I'm not going to knock the spots off any acting job you ever saw.
No, I've got an entirely different kind of performance in mind.
Oh, you mean we won't be doing the Shakespeare?
No, these country jakes aren't ready for your Juliet.
Oh.
They want comedy. Low comedy, perhaps even something worse than low comedy, and I have just the role for you.
Do you?
Yes, you secure the African. Boy, come with me and make sure you follow every move I make.
So the duke and I went to Bricktown, Arkansas, to look for some paying customers. Why they call it Bricktown? I don't know. There wasn't a brick in the entire place. The one street was all mud, and the only people we saw was an ornery-looking bunch of loafers.
Give me a call back, please. I just give me the last one to Andy.
What are we going to do today, lady?
Too hot to do anything, Andy.
Maybe there'll be a dog fight later on.
I hope so. Ain't nothing to wake me up and feel happy all over like a good dog fight.
What say we pour turpentine on a dog and set fire to him? That's better than a dog fight.
Gentlemen, give us the button. All who are willing and able, follow me now to the Bricktown Walk for the greatest show of the century.
What's he so excited about? No one of them medicine shows.
Tonight, on the stage of the shipwrecked showboat, Sir Walter Scott, the sublime poetry of William Shakespeare. And the freak of nature, brought to you at great expense from the jungles of Borneo, the Royal Nunsuch.
Royal Nunsuch? What's a royal nunsuch?
Let me see, how shall I describe it? It is neither a son of Adam nor a daughter of Eve, but partakes of the characteristics of both. She's got one big breast in the middle of her chest and an eye in the middle of her nose. So say lie and you look her in the eye, and you're better off looking up her nose. Whoever you are, wherever you've been, you come this way, you're gonna come right in to see the Nunsuch. Nunsuch! Get up early, I'll stay up late, I've seen it before, and I still can't wait to see the Nunsuch. One big breast in the middle of her chest and an eye in the middle of her nose. bargain that makes calamity of so long a life. But who would fardels bear till Burnham Wood do come to Dunsinane? But that the fear of something after death murders the innocent sleep, and makes us rather sling the arrows of outrageous fortune than fly to something we know not of. There's the respect that gives us pause. Wait, Duncan, with thy knocking! I would not closed. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, and the quietus which his pangs might take in the dead waste and middle of the night, when churchyards yawn in customary suits of solemn black, and the undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveller returns, breathes forth contagion upon the world, and like the poor cat in adage, I sickly o'er with care, 'tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. But soft, fair Ophelia, nymph, ope not thy ponderous and marble jaws, but give thee to a nunnery, girl. Thank you. That was, of course, Shakespeare's immortal soliloquy, and now for the second part of our show. Gentlemen, the most shocking spectacle ever presented, the incredible! In London, seats have already been sold at Drury Lane. Thank you!
That's all there is to it.
We hope we have succeeded in pleasing and instructing you. If you enjoyed the performance, please tell your friends about the show. Thank you! Good day! But tomorrow, they'll come to the theater as usual. We'll take their money. They'll all take their seats, and then... we'll shin to the rat like the Dickens was after us.
Never again.
You were magnificent, and you brought in a wagon load of money. And tomorrow...
Well, there ain't gonna be no tomorrow. There's gotta be a way of making money that don't involve turning me into a public spectacle. We're leaving tonight.
The Duke and the King went out to celebrate, and I went back to the raft, thinking how great them two fellas was. They made a fool of the entire town, and a pot of money besides. By now, them two fellas was keeping Jim chained up most of the time. And when I seen the get-up they made him wear so people wouldn't think he was a runaway, I just had to laugh. I decided to play a joke on him. Well, look yonder.
Who's it?
Ain't that a runaway? I believe it is. Let's get him, boys!
Don't come any closer, whoever you are. I'll knock your brains out.
Jim, it's just me. It's the But I guess you think it was anybody, huh?
Don't do me that way, Huck fan.
Well, blame me if you aren't the most outrageous creature I ever did see. You look like a man who's been drowned 9 days.
So happy to see you. I could have kissed your feet. All you want to do is make a fool out of Jim. Well, dude, get out of my sight.
Don't be talking trash, Jim.
Trash? You the one who's trash. Trash are people who put dirt on the faces of their friends and make them ashamed.
Just go on and sit there, then. Took nearly 15 minutes before I could work myself up to humble myself before a nigger, but I done it. And if I wasn't sorry for it either. I'm sorry, Jim.
Just come here, Huck. Hey, we's okay now, but I guess that there ain't no real kings in it anyway, is it?
No, I reckon there's a bunch of frauds and humbugs, and we got to go along with them for your sake.
Why can't we just get shunted in for things to be the way they were before? You don't think we're something, huh? You're the only white person that's ever kept his word to Jim. I see the same stars through my window that you see through yours, but we're worlds apart, and I see the same skies through brown eyes that you see through blue, but we're worlds apart, worlds apart, just like the earth, just like the sun. Two worlds together are better than one. I see the sunrise in your eyes that you see in mine, but we're worlds apart, worlds apart. Poor little Elizabeth, poor little Johnny.
Are those your children, Jim?
Those are my children. And I suspect I'll never see them no more. It's funny, but I can hardly sleep now, Huck. I'm thinking about them. Last night, I hear a door slam clear on the other shore. That reminded me of my Elizabeth when she was 4 years old. One day I says to her, shut the door. She just stands there, kind of smiling at me. So I said a mite louder, you hear me? Shut the door. She done me the same way. So I was boiling. So I said, I lay, I make you mine then. So I fetched her a slap upside her head that sent her flying. I went in the next room, and when I returned 10 minutes later, she was still standing there. Tears streaming down her face. But before I could hit her again, long came the wind and shut that door. Blam! Good Lord, the child never moved. My breath up clean out of me. Oh, Huck, I started crying and I grabbed her. And I said, Lord God Almighty, forgive Jim, for he ain't gonna never forgive himself as long as he lives. That fever left her deaf and dumb, Huck. Well, I'm deaf and dumb, and I was treating her so.
Don't sound natural. But Jim cared for his people just as much as white folks care for them. Dude, why do we gotta keep Jim chained up all the time? There's nobody to see.
Oh, no. Chains are the correct thing at all times, my boy. Must preserve the unity, you know, as they say on the boards.
King, I reckon that Jim and me will be on our own way now.
Well, I reckon you won't. Why, seems to me the Duke and me was just going to make you a partner. We think you got the possibilities.
I don't want to be part of your schemes.
That nigger ain't yours. You're a nigger stealer, my boy. It's clear. And if you think anyone would take the word of a scoundrel boy over two fine gentlemen like ourselves, you got another thing coming. So let's not hear any more of your high-toned talk. Now, what's the name of that town over there?
Hillsboro!
Hi, let's drop in and see if we can't get some sort of project going. Now that we got these new store-bought nuts, we can pass some rich folks. And we won't have to try your nutsuch anymore. Adolphus, that's you.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come along. You're my valet now. Arkansas, I just love old Arkansas. Love my mom, but I just love old Arkansas. Well, I ain't never traveled much, but someday when the money's such, I'd like to see you rolling on and take a run in Arkansas.
We walked to this room with the Duke and the King, but a young fellow waited for a steamboat and told them everything they needed to know.
I like to get my picture took and put it in my captain book and someday hang it on my wall. Say that I'm from Arkansas, Arkansas, Arkansas. I just love old Arkansas. Love my mom, but I just love old Arkansas.
Could you be the Reverend Harvey Wilkes?
I could be.
Well, I'm sorry to say, Reverend, your brother Peter died last night.
Oh,
And to think, you come all the way from Sheffield, England, and you ain't seen your brother since you were 6 years old. It's so sad.
Terribly sorry. But we've all got to go one way or another, don't we?
Yes, sir, that's what my mother used to say. Well, you better get over to your brother's house right now. He left a letter with your niece, Mary Jane, saying how you want all his property divided up.
Oh, I say, you're a clever young chap, aren't you? But I bet you can't tell me who this is.
Certainly, it's your poor afflicted brother William, who's deaf and dumb. Good day, Reverend. I'm off to visit my uncle in Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, good day to you, my boy, and God's blessing upon you. Bilgewater, did you get all that?
I certainly did.
Then get ready for the performance of your life. We're gonna take these flatheads for all their worth. Yeah! Being brothers to a rich dead man's alive for you and me, Bilge. Come along, Adolphus.
Grandpa, he was always good. I'd play horsey on his foot. And he'd tell me when I get home, we go both see Arkansas. Arkansas, Arkansas. I just love old Arkansas. Love my mom, love my pa. But I just love old Arkansas. I just love old Arkansas. Arkansas, Arkansas. I just love old
And you, my dear child, must be Mary Jane.
I am, and these are my two sisters, Susan and Joanna.
One had a stone face, The other had a hair lip. Miss Mary Jane was real pretty.
Oh, goodness!
Here's a letter my father left behind.
Well, let's see. It leaves the house, and 3,000 in gold to you, and 6,000 in gold to William and me.
And here it is.
Let us pray. My dear brother has done generously by those left behind in this vale of sorrows. And we know he'd have done more generously by his daughters if he hadn't been so afraid of wounding William and me. What sort of uncles would we be that would rob such poor lads as these, who he loves so? Here, Miss Mary Jane, take the 6,000.
Oh! You dear consoled, how could you?
My God!
What counselor?
These are not your uncles, Miss Mary Jane. Oh, no, sir. They're nothing but the thinnest kind of impostor. Oh, is this my brother's dear friend, then? Get your hand away from me, you ignorant tramp. Oh, yes, yes, yes. You talk like an Englishman, don't you? Well, that's the worst imitation I've ever heard.
But he knew our names, and if they were imposters, why would they refuse my father's legacy?
Mary Jane Wilkes, I was your father's friend, and I am your friend, and I want you as a friend and an honest one to turn these pitiful scoundrels out of your house and have nothing more to do with you. Will you?
Well, here is my answer. Keep the money, all of it. Invest it for me any way you choose. We open our house and our hearts to you, and I place my affairs completely in your hands.
It was enough to make the body ashamed of the human race. King sent everyone home, told to come back tomorrow when he was going to preach his brother's funeral sermon. Miss Mary Jane, she fed the 2 frauds and even told them they could sleep right there in the house. She and her sisters were such wonderful people that I says it just ain't right to let that old reptile rob her of her money. So that night, after the late sounds had quit and before the early ones had begun, I slipped down the stairs and I took the gold. Well, I judged I should hide it somewheres. But then I thought I heard someone coming.
If you think it's lonesome where you are tonight, then you ought to be
them right then and there. But I was so ashamed of where I hid the money that the words just dried up in my throat.
Dear friends, before my brother is laid in the ground, I would like to say how glad we are to see everyone here at his funeral orgy. We wanted to make this a public funeral orgy. Poor William, afflicted as he is, his heart is always right. He wants to make everyone feel welcome. But he needn't worry. That's just what I learned. Everybody should be here, for my brother respected everybody. Therefore, it is fitting that his orgies be made public. I say orgies not because it's a common term, because it ain't. Obsequies being the common term, but because orgies is the right term. Obsequies ain't used in England anymore. It's gone out. We say orgies now in England. Orgies is better because it's exact. It's made up out of the Greek word orgo, outside, open, and abroad. And the Hebrew jizo, to plant, cover up, hence inter. Anyhow, let's not linger here any longer, but bid farewell to him that lies yonder, cold but joyful.
Mighty good after all that soul butter and hogwash. We walked to the cemetery, and I watched them screw the lid on that coffin and lower it into the ground. I'm trying to better this. I worsened it 100 times, and I wish I just left it all alone. Dad fetched the whole business. So I decided I'd chip in and change general tune. Miss Mary Jane, could I have a word with you?
Yes.
I've been watching you and...
Please go on. Yes.
Well, you've got more grit than any girl I've ever seen. In my opinion, you're just full of grit. Does that sound like flattery?
No, but thank you, Adolphus. I've been watching you too, and I think you're a fine young man.
She laid her silky hand on mine, and I thought I'd just about die. I just wish you wouldn't grieve so.
How can I help it? I know that Alice and her dog are never going to see each other again.
But they will. Inside of 2 weeks, I know it.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Just let me think a minute. Well, here's the case if I'm blessed. If the truth doesn't look safer than a lie. I never seen anything like it. So I says, well, why not? Chance it this time. Even though it does seem like sitting on a powder keg and touching it just to see where you'll go. There's something you gotta know.
Yes?
Don't you holler. You just sit there and take it like a man.
I'll do the best I can.
Those uncles of yours, they ain't uncles at all. They're frauds.
I knew it! Come on, don't waste a minute. Let's go tell the sheriff.
Hold on. If you blow on them, there'll be another guy named Jim who will be in big trouble.
Show them trouble. I'll have them tarred and feathered and thrown into the river.
Look, the sale of the slaves won't count when it comes to them being imposters. Just leave town long enough for me and Jim to get away, then go to the sheriff.
All right. I will.
There's one more thing. That bag of money?
Well, they've got it. Makes me feel pretty silly to think how.
No, they ain't got it. I hid it.
Where?
Well, I'd rather not tell you, but I'll leave a note.
All right. I'll do everything you told me. Must you leave? If you would stay, I'd be your truest friend.
No, I got to go.
Goodbye, man. I shan't ever forget you, and I'll think of you in time. And I'll pray for you, too.
Pray for me? Well, I reckon if she'd known me better, she'd have taken on a job nearer her size. But I'll bet she done it. She had the grit to pray for Judas if she got the notion. When it comes to beauty and goodness, she lay over them all. Never did see her since she walked out that door. No, I ain't never seen her since. But I reckon I thought about her many, many a million times. Did the morning come too early? Was the night not long enough? Does a tear of hesitation fall on everything you touch? Well, it might just be a lesson for the hasty heart to know. Maybe it's not the only way to go.
Maybe rain makes you feel more accustomed to the dark. And by morning's light, you're just my soul, the problems of the heart. And it all might be a lesson for the hasty heart to know. Maybe it's not the only way to go. People reach for understanding all the time. They make a very look. We change their minds. People reach through understanding every day.
Tell me not to reach, and I'll just go away. Till the morning comes early, was the night not long light out for the raft.
Hey, boy! Were you in our room last night?
No! But this morning I thought I'd seen the slaves tiptoeing in and out.
Oh, great guns, this is a goal.
I thought they was doing up your room, and then I found your majesty asleep.
We gotta swallow it and say nothing. We can still make a pile of that option.
No, our luck has run out.
Shut up! Hey, stay here, you little hick. Not you. Get moving.
Maybe we should fly down so we still have the chance.
What? I'll leave all this property. Why, there's $8,000 or $9,000 worth of goods just laying around, except for to be sold. Now here's what you do, Bill. You go to the round, you sell that whiskey. Now take what you can get. As long as it's enough, the true steam will take us out of here. And it'll all be done so we'll manage it.
I know, I see you come back. Where do you think you're going?
Just stop for some air, your majesty.
I'm not completely satisfied, George. Tell them the truth. You gentlemen here for the auction?
I'm Sheriff Bale.
Well, it don't start for another hour.
We're not here for the auction, my good man. We're here to ask you some questions.
What? Who do you think you are?
The real Harvey Willis.
It gives me a stomachache in my very heart to think there could be such frauds in this world.
Well, we got two heirs contending here, and I don't know which one I'll think. But you pay your money, you take your choice.
Well, the first thing I want to know is, where's the $9,000 in gold Miss Mary Jane gave you?
Alas, the slaves stole it.
I'm pretty sure you're not real. But for all I know, you both could be impostors.
I just thought of something. Is there anyone here who helped lay out my brother?
Me and Ab Turner done it.
Then perhaps this gentleman could tell us what was tattooed on his breast.
Yeah, that is a difficult question, ain't it? Yes, sir, I can tell you. It was a small, thin blue arrow. That's just what it was.
Nonsense! What you saw were the initials PBW in faint blue ink. Isn't that correct?
Now, I don't remember no tattoo at all. They're all frauds. Let's drown them. Let's duck them. Let's round my tail, if you please. Now, there's only one way to settle this. Let's go dig up the corpse and look.
Oh, I was scared now, I can tell you. This was the most awful and dangerous trouble I'd ever been in. And everything was going so different than what I'd allowed for.
Here's the coffin.
I was just hoping Miss Mary Jane would show up, but it didn't look like she was going to.
By the living Jingo, here's the bag of gold.
They all must have gone look. I lit out for the rope. I had it all to myself and how I did clip along. Somehow, in the dark and the rain, I managed to find my way back to the raft. Jim's me up! But Jim was gone. Figuring he bust a chain, sat down and waited for him. I waited for hours. Jim?
Help me!
Duke, is that you?
I got you some water.
Where's
I
Jim?
got a thirst.
Where's Jim?
I sold him. I got $40 for it from a farmer down the road.
After all we've been through, and after all we've done for you, you make him a slave again for the rest of his life, and among strangers, for $40 dirty dollars.
I bought steamship tickets, first class, for our escape. The Bob met me on the way back. so greedy. Ah! Look at me. I look like a nigger myself.
Yeah, you look pretty funny, and it's what you deserve. Who'd you sell him to? Who'd you sell him to?
Silas Phelps. He lives about 2 miles down the road.
Can you stand up?
I can't get any air. It's so hot in here. You gotta help me. I'll never get out of here. Never. I'll die in here. I'll die in here.
What has he done? I couldn't feel no hardness against him. Human beings can be so awful cruel to one another. And then it hit me. This was the hand of God, letting me know I've been watched all along from above. And it was people who helped a nigger like me that go to the everlasting fire. I decided I'd pray and see if I could change the type of boy I was. But you can't pray a lie. I soon found that out. Well, I'll write a letter, then I'll pray. Miss Watson, your runaway nigger Jim is down here, 2 miles south of Hillsboro. And Mr. Phelps will give him up for a reward if you send him. Huck Finn. I felt light as a feather. Washed free of sin for the first time in my whole life. But then I started thinking about our trip down the river and seeing Jim before me all alone. And we was just floating along and talking and laughing and singing. Him saying I was his only friend in the whole world. All right, I'll go to hell, and I'll take up wickedness again, which is in my line, being brought up by it. And for a starter, I'll steal Jim out of slavery. And if I can think of something else, well, I'll do that too. Because as long as I'm in for good, I may as well go ho-ho. I have lived an undirected life, a clouded way. I know the only way I knew, so the things I've done, in fact, each and every one, are the way that I was taught to run. I am waiting for the light to shine, waiting for the light to shine. I have faith in God for so long, I'm waiting for the light to shine. Falling on the rise. country road free in Sunday light. It was all hot, sun shining, and there was nobody in sight until I came to its big double log cabin. Yes, sir!
Well, you don't look as much like your mother as I reckoned you would, but I don't care for that. I'm so glad to see you. Come in and let me have a good look at you.
I followed her, trusting the Providence to put the right words in my mouth. I noticed it always did if I just let it alone.
We've been expecting you all week. Had the slaves make your curtains and everything. What kept you? Fold them around?
Oh, no man blow the cylinder head.
Don't say ma'am, say Aunt Sally. Your Uncle Silas went down to town to fetch you. I expect he'll be. He got started late because he bought a runaway slave yesterday. Stranger sold his chance at him for $40.
Then I knowed I found the Phelps place.
He had me fixing a place in the shed down by the ash heap. I expect he'll be able to sell him for a good piece of money. But you ain't told me a word about Sister yet. Now I want you to tell me everything. How the folks are, what they're doing, what they told you to tell me, and every last thing you can think of.
I see I was up a tree.
Here comes Silas. You hide under the table and we'll play a joker.
You ain't come yet?
My goodness gracious, where in the world could he be?
I don't know what to make of it. I'm at my wit's end, and I don't mind acknowledging it.
Look yonder. Ain't that him coming up the road?
Wait. Who are you?
Who do you reckon?
I ain't no idea.
It's Tom Sawyer.
I almost slumped through the floor.
I ain't seen you since you was a baby. You've grown.
This is a joyful moment.
If they were joyful, it were nothing compared to what I was. I was so happy to find out who I finally was. It was like being born again.
I've been looking for you every day this week.
His boat's on cylinder head.
Oh, anybody hurt?
Oh, no, sir. Killed a nigger.
Well, that's a good thing, because sometimes people do get hurt. I was coming up from New Orleans on the old Valley Road 2 years ago, and she blew a cylinder head. It crippled a man. I think he died thereafter. He was a Baptist.
Then it occurred to me. Suppose the real Tom Sawyer come busting in here any minute. Well, I better go up the road and waylaid him. So I told the Phelps I was going back for my baggage.
Yes, I recollect now he did die. Mortification is set in and they had to amputate him. Yes, I believe it was mortification. He turned blue and died in hopes of glorious resurrection. They say he was a sight to see.
Sure enough, before long, I seen him coming. Hold on! What do you want to come back and hold me for? I never done you no wrong. I ain't come back. I've never been gone. Honest Injun, you ain't a ghost. Honest Injun. Well, look here. Weren't you ever murdered at all? Not at all. I played the whole thing. Well, come here and feel me if you don't believe me. Tom, what have you been doing with yourself? Having a grand mysterious adventure that I ain't got time to tell you about right now. I'm visiting my aunt, Sally Phelps. I know, I'm there right now, playing you. Now look here, your Uncle Silas has got Jim locked in the shed. Oh, Miss Watson's Jim? He's been traveling along with me. But here's the important part, Tom. I'm going to steal Jim out of slavery. Yeah, but you don't know what you're going to say. It's a dirty, low-down business. But what if it is? Well, I'm low-down too. And I'm going to steal him. And you won't let on, will you? I'll help you steal it. You're joking. I ain't joking. Blame if you haven't felt considerable in my estimation. Tom Sawyer, a dirty abolitionist? I don't believe it. Well, I'm gonna do it. Didn't I say I was going to? Yeah? Well then. All right, here's my plan. We fetch my raft. Then on the first dark night, we steal the keys to the shed from your uncle's britches. We shove off downriver, and Jim's free. How's that sound?
Sounds like it'll work, but it's too simple. What's the good of a plan that ain't no more trouble than that? It's as mild as goose milk. Let me think.
So he thought.
We'll dig him out. Dig? With spoons. Now, it should take about a week. As things stand, it's just too simple. That's what makes it so rotten and difficult to think of a difficult plan. And I bet there isn't even a watchdog to give a sleeping mixture to. I bet there isn't even a moat. Hey, if we have time, on the night of the escape, we could dig one. Now, how's that sound?
I see Tom's plan was worth 15 of mine for style. It would make Chief Justice free and might get us killed besides. I'm satisfied.
Boom. Let's go look at that shed.
It was just an old woodshed with a padlock on the door and a board nailed across the window. But we can bust this board right out, Tom.
I should hope we could think of something a little more complicated than that up in.
Well, you good man, ain't that Tom?
We're here to set you free, Jim.
What, I could have got out this window hole a long time ago. Except for how I'm gonna travel with a 10-foot chain on my leg.
Let me think.
So he thought.
No, it just won't work. There ain't no necessity for it. For what? Chop Jim's leg off?
Nope, there ain't no necessity for it.
That's what all the authorities have done. Now, he's got to have a rope ladder. We can send it to him in a pie. He's got to write letters using rust and tears for ink, like, "Here a captive heart bust." Like the Iron Mask done.
Now look here, Tom. I'm all for the adventure of digging them out, but maybe we could simplify your plan. Your uncle's gonna be selling me down river pretty soon, so we ain't got forever.
Well, that's so.
Well, look here. You hide in the woods and come back tonight at moonrise. I'll bring the spoons. So long, Jim.
See you tonight, huh?
Hey, Huck. Good thinking. Hey, see you tonight. See you.
Hey, Jim, you got any spiders in there?
Well, bless you, Tom, but I don't want none. I'd rather have a rattlesnake.
That's a good idea. Where could you keep him?
Keep what?
A rattlesnake.
Tom!
You could tame him, Jim, by singing songs to him, so by and by he'd learn to love you and sleep with you and let you put his head in your mouth as a finger.
Why, Lake, he'll wait a pop a long time till I ask him.
Here you are, loaded with gaudier chances than any captive ever had for making a name for yourself, but you won't even try. Don't you see the sense in it?
No, I don't see no sense in it. But then again, you're white folk.
If only we had more time. We could keep it up the rest of our lives and leave Jim to our children to get out. We could spread this over 80 years if I had my way.
I wish my gully eye would spread my wings and fly and let this grounded soul be free for just a little while. To be like eagles when they rise upon the wind and taste the sweetest taste of freedom for my soul. And I'll be free at last, free at last. Great God Almighty, I'll be free.
captivity. It'll only take a few more days.
We ain't got a few more days. Here, Jim, take this cold chisel and throw that chain off your foot.
That done it.
Who's there? Get back! What's your Uncle Silas doing here?
He's come to stop us from stealing the Jim.
How'd you find out?
Because I wrote him an anonymous letter from an unknown friend saying there's a gang of cutthroats in from Indian territory, and stealing Jim is a hellish design.
What'd you do that for?
All this hard work and no trouble, this escape would go plumb flat without someone to prevent it.
I would have liked it like that.
I'll distract him, then you two escape. I'll meet you at the raft.
Jim and I ran to the raft, and the dogs was after us making bow wow for a minute. But when we got there, the sound of them died out, and I knew we were safe. Did he make it? Tom!
Well, Jim, you're a free man again.
It was a mighty good job. It was planned beautiful, and it was done beautifully. No one else could have found a plan as mixed up and splendid as this. I'm mighty glad to be free.
And I'm mighty glad it's all over.
And I'm gladdest of all, because I got a bullet in my leg.
He's bleeding.
You gotta get back to that river before they catch you, Jim. You too, Huck.
You bet we don't.
You shove off. I'll be all right here.
I ain't moving a budge from this step until we get a doctor. And that takes 40 years.
I'll go to town and fetch one.
All right. But first, you gotta blindfold him. And swear to silence, and then give him a purse of gold.
Tom!
Jim, you hide in the woods when you hear us coming, and don't come out until the doctor's gone.
Hurry, I can't stop the bleeding.
Go back to town, shove past all the sick people waiting in line for the doctor. Listen, you gotta help us, sir, because me and my brother was camping on Spanish Island. He got shot in the leg, and you gotta come right away.
Now, simmer down, boy, and tell me. Now, who's your folks?
The felt's down yonder.
Oh, okay. Now, how'd you say he got shot?
He had a dream and he shot him.
A singular dream.
Well, what I meant was he must have been sleeping and kicked his gun over in his sleep and he shot him in the leg, and you got to come right away because we want you back tonight to surprise our folks.
Mr. Phelps, I think this might be one of the people you're looking for. Do you know him?
That's my nephew Tom, who disappeared last night.
Oh, he says his brother's been shot in the leg and is lying sick on Spanish Island.
He ain't got a brother.
You see, boy, Mr. Phelps come here because someone stole his slave last night and he thinks he might have wounded one. And they might be looking for a doctor. Now, would you know anything about this?
I ain't talking.
Who are you then? Be you one of the gang who stole my nigger?
Now, silence, he don't look dangerous to me. Now, I'm going to Spanish Island to see if I can get to the bottom of this.
You ought to go alone. Wait, I'll send a couple of my men along.
Oh, send them after me. If someone's hurt, I don't intend to wait around.
You better knock that job, boy. Keep talking.
Hello? Is anybody here? Say hello.
And the raft, folks. Don't stop now. Let's go booming down
Hold
the
still,
river.
son. Hold still. Oh, my, you all one sick little cuss.
What are you gonna do?
Well, for starters, I'm going to take this scalpel here and cut that bullet out of your leg. Now, you're a brave boy, aren't you? I want you to bite down on the stick here and hold it still as you can.
I kill you!
Hold still, son. I'm a doctor.
Man the raft, boys!
Oh, Jesus,
Man
man,
the
it's
raft!
just I've got to get some help here.
I'll help you.
You beat that slave and ran away last night.
Yeah, you be the doctor. That's the only thing that's important here. What do you got that bottle for? We need a doctor, not a drunk.
I was only going to pour the whiskey he on the road to claim it.
See, that's the only place you pour. See, you do your job, and you do it good.
Hold him still.
My nephew disappeared, my slave stolen. It's unbelievable. And that shirt I found with secret African writing done in blood? What does it mean? And what about that rope ladder I found cooked in a pie? What was it for? There must have been 40 or 50 of them. Yet lo and behold, you still managed to get away with that slave right under my nose. Where's the rest of your gang? Boy, you don't unbutton your lip, you're in for a power misery.
I ain't talking.
Maybe what you want is a taste of death.
No, Silas. We don't want to hurt you. All we want to know is what you've done with my sister's boy, Tom. Did you kidnap him? You see, Mr. Phelps and I were never able to have any children of our own. I promise no harm will come to you if you just tell us what you've done with Tom.
Me and Tom done it. We knew Jim up in Missouri as a slave. We done it and it took a powerful lot of work. Tom won't get off his letter. The dogs didn't follow us because they knew me and weren't interested. We got back to the river in Mount Rapids, and Jim was a free man. It wasn't a bully, as Tom says.
But where is Tom?
In Spanish Island, you put a bullet in his leg.
You little nephew?
Oh, he's dead! He's dead! I know he's dead!
Tom Sawyer, are you dead?
No.
He'll be all right. I got that bullet out of his leg.
You caused a lot of trouble, nigga. We ought to make an example of you.
We ought to hang you. Now, don't you be rough with him. Now, he saved this boy's life. He throwed away his freedom to help me doctor him. Now, I'll tell you, Silas, a man like this is worth $1,000 in my opinion. And kind treatment, too.
Well then, we'll not chain him up this time. Just lock him up and see he gets a pot of greens every now and then.
Okay, get, come on, move it, come on, get.
You won't lock him up.
You lay still!
You ain't got no right to lock him up. Turn him loose. He ain't a slave no more. He's as free as any creature that walks the earth.
Good land, this child is out of his head!
I ain't out of my head. Old Miss Watson, whom Jim belonged to, died 2 months ago. She was so ashamed she was ever going to sell him downriver. She set him free in her will. It's true, Jim.
Why on earth did you want to set him free, seeing as how he was already free?
If that just ain't like a female. I wanted the adventure of it, and I'd have waded knee deep in blood to get it.
Tom, I appreciate what you've done, but you should have told me.
You didn't know what I had in mind, Jim. As we got you out, we were going to get back on that raft and have adventures, plumb down to the mouth of the river. Then I was going to tell you were free. Take you home on a steamboat, in style. And I'd ride ahead and get out all the slaves around for a torchlight procession and a brass band. You'd have been a hero. So wait, guess I'm in a lot of trouble now.
You're alive, that's all that matters. Though I could most skin you for all the worry you caused me.
I guess you're a free man now.
River in the rain. just sat there, listened to the sound of it, head out to sea. I told you we had luck.
So you did.
Here's a notion. Let's slide out of here, two times legs better, and go for some howler adventures amongst the Indians and over in the territories. How's that sound?
I gotta head north, Huck.
What for?
To do like I said. To go to the free states, work hard, and earn enough money to buy back my wife and children.
Oh,
Be really glad to see those children again.
of course you will, Jim. I clean forgot about them.
Hey, why don't you come as far north as St. Petersburg with me?
No. I can't go back there somehow. But you see, it's Pat. If I go back, Pat will show up, sure as you're born.
You ain't gonna see your pap no more, Huck.
Why do you say that?
I just know.
Spill it.
You remember that dead man floating in the river early on? That was him. Whatever road I go walking down, you'll be walking alongside of me. The old, true Huck.
And then he left me. When I got to thinking about all we'd done, it'd been like that fortune he predicted long ago. Considerable trouble and considerable joy. So that's how things fell out. Tom's leg's almost better and Jim's gone north. And there ain't nothing left for me to show you, which I'm right glad, because if I didn't know what trouble it was to reenact this history, I never would have tackled it. And I ain't going to ever again. I'm lighting out for the territories ahead of the rest. Because Aunt Sally says she's going to adopt me and civilize me, and I can't stand it. I've been there before.